It's your boy, Jeff Jones.
It is the one, the only upset specialist, Thomas Boykin.
Yeah. Always and forever who? Mr. Mike Jones.
And this is 234 Sports Talk. Fellas, let's talk about it.
Let's
Let's
get it.
talk about it.
Let's
All right,
get it.
fellas. I don't know if you all seen it, but last Sunday, it was a
Epic.
whitewash. I'm looking for the words, searching for the words.
Epic
Dallas
beatdown.
Cowboys versus the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers won the game 42-10. It was a whitewash, complete whitewash. And I'm telling you, fellas, and the question that I have for you, that I'm posing to you all, is: are the Dallas Cowboys contenders or pretenders? What do you guys think about this?
Hey, that game just showed you right there. They pretenders. 4 gotta go. They can go nowhere with 4. I'm sorry, just the way it is. You can't go anywhere with 4. 4 is good for regular seasons. 4 is not good under pressure. 4 has never been good under pressure. Proven fact. You've been beaten by the 49ers, what, 3 times in a row now? With you making critical mistakes, which my brother show also mentioned that when Dak is under pressure, he throws the ball late across the middle. In a football game, you can never throw late across the middle. That's asking for problems. There were cats in that 49ers game that was wide open that he was overthrowing, which goes back to my point that I was making earlier in earlier shows when I told you Dak has accuracy issues. Unless he's playing somebody that's weak, then yeah, he's going to look absolutely like a world beater, i.e. Tampa Bay. Come on, man. Oh, Dak is back against the 49ers. Dude, they got a losing record. They 7-9. You better smack them. You better smack them. But this game lets you know that Dallas is not elite yet. They're good, but they're not elite yet. San Francisco this year is on a whole nother level. They're just showing you that they can beat you in all facets of the game. Ground, air, special teams, defense, it don't matter. They're just that good all the way across the board. So, yeah, I got to say they're pretenders. They won't win the division. They'll be lucky to make the playoffs. Lucky. What you got on them, MJ?
Honestly, man, I'm not gonna say that they are pretenders. They have been, other than the Arizona Cardinals game, they have played pretty good so far this year. I mean, they've blown out most of their opponents. When they played the Giants, we thought they were the real deal. And I still think they are the real deal. I mean, I know you put a lot on Dak Prescott, man, throwing those interceptions and not playing well, but Dak wasn't on defense, you know what I mean?
Through that.
Purdy was having a day. He was having a nice day. Him and Kittles. And so, I just think that I think Dallas is there along with some of the elite teams. They gotta figure some stuff out, man. I think what a lot of teams are doing now, or if they look at their blueprint of San Francisco, they figured out a way to neutralize Parsons. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They're getting the
absolutely.
ball out a little quicker. So Dallas got to figure some stuff out. But I put them up there with 40. I'm not gonna put them exactly on the playing field with the 49ers, but they up there with the Eagles and some of those, good 3-2 teams, I just think, man, that they got to work out some kinks, man. But I think the Cowboys will be right there this year in the playoffs. Like you said, you saying they might be lucky. I think they're gonna get there, and I think they're gonna at least get deep into the playoffs. That's just my opinion.
Well, fellas, after the game, Micah Parsons was interviewing, and Micah Parsons said he felt as if they were right there with the 49ers on the same level. Do you guys feel that they, and Mike, you say you didn't think so, but do you feel like they far off from the 49ers?
Well, honestly, man, I think that I don't know, man. The 49ers, like Thomas said earlier, man, they just seem unbeatable right now. Uh, and they aren't really doing anything special on offense, man. They're not, going after the big explosive plays and stuff like that. But man, like you said, when the Cowboys played the Giants earlier this year, man, we just like, man, wow, this is the squad. This is it right here. But they have sustained injury or two, to some key positions. So I think that's what's gonna knock them a notch below the 49ers right now until they figure out something to get different players in there or something that can equal that caliber of play that that they're solely missing. But no, they're not on the level. Do I think they can get there? Time will tell.
I'll tell you like this, brother. Them 42 points that them Cowboys gave up let you know what the defense has got work to do.
Oh yeah.
They got work to do. The thing is, you tried to beat Frisco at their own game. You're not going to out physical Frisco. It's just not going to happen. What you got to realize as a Dallas Cowboy, if the Dallas Cowboys have to go back and reevaluate that game, you can't out physical Frisco. You have to outthink Frisco. Just going on and saying, oh, we're just going to match power. You're not going to win that battle. You're not equipped to win that battle. They showed you up front. The first drive of the game was 1, 2, 3 touchdown.
Yeah.
So that lets you know you gotta outthink these guys. As a coordinator and as a coach on the defensive side of the ball, you can't always depend on physicality to win games. You gotta outthink your opponent at times. You gotta be willing to say, hey, his last move was here. Let's be ahead of the curve. If they want to erase Michael Parsons, let's bring somebody else in the mix. So they got to make an adjustment for that.
All right.
But they never did that. They just like, well, Michael Parsons, don't get me wrong. Michael Parsons is a talent. That dude is talented. But if he ain't got no help and you erase him from the game, Van Der Esch didn't help him at all. I'm sorry. Van Der Esch was getting freight trained. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. But I just think they got a revamping and rethinking to do.
Hey, and listen at this too, man. I think Parsons, man, he needs to start keeping his mouth shut. Before games, he's kind of throwing himself out there like LeBron James, like, hey, I'm on the Lawrence Taylor level. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this, and you're not intimidating anybody. If anything, you're drawing attention to yourself. I mean, until you win something, man, keep your mouth shut, man. And also, man, I really don't too much care for Dallas. I don't like their position. I don't like their other than CeeDee Lamb. I don't too much care for their wide receivers. I don't too much care. Honestly, this year, Pollard, I don't too much care for him this year. I don't know, man. I think they might have to improve in some areas there as well. There might be a reason why Dak is throwing a little late or behind. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying he might not have the dogs at those positions.
Dude, he been throwing the ball late over the middle for how many years now? This ain't no overnight process. This been going on for years, bro. This been going on for years.
Fellas, let me throw this out there. Dak was 14 of 24 for 153 yards, 1 TD, 3 interceptions. While on the other side, the flip side, your boy Purdy was 17 of 24, 252 yards, 4 TDs. Do you all think that Dak is holding the Dallas Cowboys back?
I just told you up front at the beginning of this conversation, 4 got to go when it comes to pressure situations. 4 got to go. 4 is not that dog. I say it over and over again. I got 2 quarterbacks that I ride that they make the playoffs, but they are not the dog to get them into a championship. 4 is one of them. Kirk Cousins is the other one. They're not that dog. I'm sorry. They just not. In pressure situations, they're not that dog.
Right. I would say this, Jeff. I think that yeah, he's definitely part of the problem. My thing is,
Without question.
my thing is this, man. I know they done paid him this big money, but it may be time to look at your backup quarterback, man. If he can win you some games, man, because I think Cowboys just might have to eat that money that they gave. I think the Giants, with their quarterback, they're gonna have to eat that money. You know what I mean? Because it ain't working out. Them guys, like you said, Thomas, I agree with you to a certain degree, man. Dak seems like he's a career he has career issues. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Your backup quarterback put up better numbers in 5 games than he did all season.
Right.
Come on, man. The writing's on the wall. It's there.
So you think Cooper Rush is the answer?
Man,
Trey Lance, one of them guys.
Cooper Rush understands that I can go in here and play at a high level, but I'm not going to be the detriment of my team losing. Right. I'm going to be smart with the football. I'm going to protect the football. I'm not going to do anything that's uncharacteristic of what I know I can do. I'm going to stay within the confines of what I can do and play the game the best way I can play it.
And, I look at it this way. I mean, that's exactly what Purdy does. He don't sit and do anything.
Exactly.
He don't sit and try to thread the needle. I mean, he take what the defense give him. And that's what Dak is not doing. He seems like he's not seeing the field correctly, or he wants to be a hero on every play.
And the other thing, somebody has convinced him that he has an arm and he forgets that he has legs. Because Dak is not no little dude and Dak ain't slow.
Yep.
Well, fellas, I'm just going to put it out there. I think the Dallas Cowboys are a good team, but they just went up against a way better team in the 49ers. 49ers are just fully loaded, man. And Dallas just couldn't handle that, that type of opposition. Well, fellas, moving right along. Let's talk some college football. Colorado pulled it off. Now they face Stanford. What do you guys think about this next game tomorrow at 9 p.m.? Deion said it was stupid, starting the game that late. But what do you guys think about this game? You think that Colorado will continue their winning ways?
Yeah, they'll beat Stanford. They'll beat Stanford. The only problem that Colorado has at this juncture of the game, this early in the season, is they start slow. They got to start a little quicker, especially when you're playing your Oregons, your USCs, your Washingtons. You got to get an early jump start. If you get behind the 8 ball, you're going to be fighting to get back in, which they fought and got back in with USC. Oregon just shut them completely down. I don't know what happened with Oregon, but it's either here nor there. But they came back and competed against USC. Now, if they bring that same fire that they've bought the last couple games, Stanford has no shot.
Yeah, I agree, man. I don't think Stanford's not having a very good year this year anyway. So, it would behoove of Colorado to go ahead and take advantage of this program while they are down. And but like you said, Thomas, they need to definitely get off to a quicker start. Take the game out of out of any possibility of people getting hurt. It's time when you play Stanford teams that are down, you get up early, and then you let some of these backup freshmen and
There
sophomores
you
and stuff
go.
get in there and play.
There
So
you go.
yeah, I look for Colorado to continue their winning ways. They getting inching closer to a bowl game. So yeah, go Dion.
Oh yeah, they're
Exactly.
going
What
to a
is
bowl before this is out. They're going to a bowl this year. They're going to go. They're going to be bowl eligible this year. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
definitely real close? A couple more games should make them bowl eligible, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Well, fellas, let's move right along to our NFL picks.
Here we
Let's
go,
move right along,
Steelers.
and let's see. Let's see who's gonna be running the show at the end of the season. Will it be
Like
your
Joe.
boy, Jeff Jones?
The love is going away. You can tell you that.
We don't want to talk about that, Tom. We don't want to talk about that. The love boat done
Is
got
the
caught in the
love
Bermuda
The
Triangle.
love is going away, bro. The love is going away.
is there a separation brewing from the love?
Man, right now, you know they say we don't talk about Bruno, we don't talk about love right now.
we ain't gonna talk about that right now.
Well, fellas, let's look at them tonight. 7:15, Broncos versus the Chiefs. Fellas, who you think gonna win this one tonight?
Denver's gonna come out angry because they look like crap. And defensively, they look like crap. I got the Chiefs winning this one. Easy. Easy, easy.
Yeah, Thomas, like you said, the Broncos gonna come out like a little brother crying, and they still
Yep.
gonna be crying after this game and be mad still because Kansas gonna put it on them.
Yep.
Man, Kansas City gonna run them guys up out of there tonight.
Absolutely.
I don't think they're gonna put up 70, but they're gonna run them up out of there. All right, fellas, how about the Ravens and the Titans? Ravens versus Titans. Who you guys liking in that one?
I'm gonna tell you what. Baltimore's gonna come in that game angry because they should have beat Pittsburgh. Drop balls and missed assignments was key in that game. I look for Baltimore to come out focused this game. Give me the Ravens.
Mm. Well, I tell you what, if I'm not mistaken, I think this game is gonna be played across the pond, and the issues that the Titans had against the Colts were mainly with their DB. I think that they figured out something. My hearing that they've got that part of their defense figured out. I look forward to be a tight game, man. But I do look for the Ravens to win this.
And give me the Ravens in this one, fellas, all day, every day. How about the Panthers versus the Dolphins? Panthers versus the Dolphins. Who you guys liking in that one?
Give me the track meet by 25 or 30. I ain't gonna call them the Dolphins no more. I'm gonna call them the track meet.
Hey, call them the 4x1. The 4x1.
Yeah.
Man, poor old Panthers, man. They not ready.
Nah.
Yeah, I agree with you, fellas. I think the Dolphins finna pull out the belt.
And Bryce is looking real bad right about now.
Suspect.
Yeah.
All right. How about the Saints versus the Titans? Who you guys liking? Saints versus the Titans. I mean Texans. I'm sorry. Who you guys liking?
Ready to say? How
Yeah,
they
we
gonna
just
be in
talked
two
about
places?
that. That's a
That ain't
Titan.
gonna work.
Saints
B
versus
team.
the Texans. Who you guys liking in that game?
That's gonna be an interesting game. That's gonna be an interesting game. But my Buckeye's been putting up some pretty good numbers. He's been putting up some pretty epic numbers. And I think they may come up. Give me the Texans. Let me ride CJ Stroud a little bit.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like that pick, Thomas. CJ Stroud is looking very promising, man. Like,
Yeah.
they got Texas got their guy, man. Actually, that squad with the Texans, man, they're young. If you're a team, you better catch them now. But if you can't catch them now, hey, they just gonna keep gaining confidence, man, and they gonna take this league by storm, man. Come next year, the year after.
Yeah, they're coming.
And I gotta agree with you, fellas. The Texans, man, I'm telling you, they seen something and they clicking right now. They pulling it together. And sometimes it's like that in the season.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, how about the Commanders versus the Falcons? Who you guys like it? Commanders versus Falcons.
And I'll tell you what, I have to give Mike Jones his props. It's something about them Falcons. It's something about this, something about Atlanta's clicking and they're making it work. So I got to ride with the Falcons on this one.
Ooh, finally. Yeah, man, I agree with you, Thomas. Once again, man, the Falcons, man, they're young, they're explosive. Watch out, man.
Yeah.
And I'm rolling with them Falcons also. Mike Jones, you called it too. You called that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Colts versus the Jaguars. Colts versus the Jaguars.
The Colts will put up a good fight, but Trevor Lawrence and them will be too much. Give me the Jags.
Wow. I tell you what, man, the Jags have won a couple games here lately, but what's that quarterback for the Colts? Mishaw, the backup quarterback. Mishaw. Hey,
He's
don't play
not
with that
bad,
boy,
though.
man. Yeah,
He's
don't play
not
with him.
bad.
Hey, he'll hurt you. He'll sting you.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Colts on this.
I gotta stick with the Jags on this one. I gotta go with the Jags on this one. I've been waiting on the Jags to wake up because I know they're a real good football team.
Eventually they're gonna put 2 and 2 together and it's gonna jump. And they're gonna get back where they were last year.
All right, fellas, how about the Seahawks versus the Bengals? Seahawks versus the Bengals. Who you guys liking?
I think for the first time all season, the Bengals look like the Bengals. They didn't really get after Joe Cool the last game. Joe Cool pretty much had his way. Seattle's defense is not going to be that easy. It's not. They're going to present a big challenge, but I still got the Bengals winning this
one. Yeah, Seahawks, they doing okay, man. But I think the Bengals, that's another team I think that's kind of starting to wake up a little bit and put it together. So I'm going with Cincinnati on this.
And I'm rolling with the Bengals also, fellas. I'm just not impressed with what I'm seeing from the Seahawks. How about the Vikings and the Bears? The Vikings versus the Bears. Who you guys like?
My boy is up there catching big heat. Justin Fields is catching big heat up there in Chicago. This is the one game. Well, I take it back. Look for the upset. Especially with Minnesota missing their key receiver. Look for the upset. You heard it first here. Chicago wins this game in a tight one.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm a sign off on your upset specialist. Chicago, they did get that win the other last week, so maybe this is a sign for them to, be on the right track. So yeah, I'm going with Chicago.
Man, I'm not sold. I'm not sold, fellas. I am not sold. They still the bad news Bears, as far as I'm concerned. I'm picking the Vikings to win this one in Chicago. I'm picking the Vikings to win this one. In the squeaker, might I add. But I'm going with the Vikings in this one. All right, fellas, how about the 49ers? The best team in football versus the Browns. Who you guys like?
Give me the 49ers in a freight train. Don't get me wrong. Cleveland's defense is going to make them work because Cleveland's defense is pretty good. But it's too much. They're too skilled at every position. I'll still ride the 49ers.
Yeah, hey, choo-choo, like you said, it's a freight train coming through 49er land, man. The Browns got some I don't think Watson is gonna be back. In fact, they're not even gonna play DTR. They didn't like how he played last week. So they playing the guy, I don't know his name, he played in the XFL. So if they going that route, look for them to lose, man.
Can't blame
49.
DTR. You can't blame DTR for that game. That offensive line didn't block for nothing. He was back there running for his life.
Bang, bang, fellas. Bang, bang. 49ers all day, every day. How about the Patriots versus the Raiders? The Patriots versus the Raiders. Who you guys liking in that one?
The battle of futility, because neither one of them is doing nothing. Wow. You know what? They've been looking real futile lately. Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders.
Hey man, I'm like you, man. I don't really know. Man, they even talk about Belichick, man, firing him.
Exactly.
They were saying it was all Brady, Tom Brady.
Right.
So give me the Raiders.
Man, and I'm rolling with them Raiders. I can't see myself picking the Patriots. And the Raiders ain't the greatest. I mean, they beat us. You know, I don't talk about that, but they beat my Packers, but
they not feeling the love.
Nah, ain't no love tonight. No love tonight. Well, I got to roll with the Raiders, though. I think they're a better team than the Patriots. All right, the Lions, Detroit Lions versus the Buccaneers. Detroit Lions versus the Buccaneers. Who you guys liking in this one?
Give me Detroit. The Lions will keep roaring.
Yeah, give me the Lions, man. They looking too impressive, man. I'm loving it, man. I'm
That's the
loving
sleeper
seeing
right there, bro. That's the
know, right?
sleeper.
Man, hey, and that organization deserves it, man. They've been waiting.
They've been long overdue.
Well, fellas, I told you guys earlier that Detroit was gonna win our division. And I'm rolling with them Lions, man. The Lions looking good, playing some good football. All right, how about the Cardinals versus the Rams? Cardinals versus the Rams. Who you guys liking?
That's man. It's hard to say because you don't know which Cardinals is gonna show up. You just don't know. But with the Rams getting Cooper Kupp back, give me the Rams.
Yeah, Arizona is one of those teams. They fight and they play hard. They just don't have enough pieces there, man. I mean, they're in pretty much all the games that they play. But
Oh
the
yeah, without
Rams,
question.
yeah. But the Rams are just gonna, like you said, man, they're gonna be just a little bit too much for Arizona.
Yeah, and I told you all when it come down to it, both of these teams, you really don't know what you're gonna get.
Right.
You really don't. But I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with the Rams in this one. Fellas, how about the Eagles versus the Jets? Mike Jones, your Eagles versus the Jets. Who you guys liking in this game?
That's going to be an interesting ball game because the Jets are riding some momentum right now. And Philly is squeaking a little bit right now. They're not really blowing teams. They're squeaking. And the Jets have the tools. Look for the upset. Look for the upset. Jets by 3.
Man, I can't co-sign on that, man. I gotta go with my Eagles. I just still think the Jets got an issue with that quarterback.
They
Hey,
do.
Rodney
They do.
Harrison, man. Rodney Harrison, man, he called out Wilson on Sunday Night Football about a week or two ago. Called him I don't know if you call him a sorry quarterback, a garbage quarterback. Jets got too many
Wow.
issues at the quarterback position. Eagles too much.
Wow.
Man, Mike Jones, fly, Eagles, fly. And upset specialist said, look for the upset. They ain't gonna find that upset.
I tell you what, if they unleash the ground game like they unleashed it last week, watch out.
Well, we gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see upset specialist.
They got a double-headed monster back there. You better watch out.
Yeah, but look, Philly got all them Georgia Bulldogs on that defensive line too.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna be a running
Commanders had
down
them
like
by the throat and let them go.
All right, fellas, how about them New York Giants versus the Bills? New York Giants versus the Bills. Battle for New York.
That ain't no battle. That's a thrashing. Give me Buffalo.
Man, I agree, Thomas. Man, I think that's gonna be a blowout. Hey, if the Giants aren't careful, man, they might get beat by 30, 40 points in this game.
Absolutely.
I gotta agree with you, fellas. Buffalo all day. Buffalo Bills win this game. And the Cowboys try to redeem themselves versus the Chargers. The Cowboys versus the Chargers. Who you guys liking?
You know the upset specialist likes to cause problems. I love charging, but I love starting problems. And the Cowboys just got done getting beat with the confidence low. Give me them Chargers. Give me them Chargers.
Man, you like you like putting a hurt on a person when they're down, huh?
Hey, until you show me you can handle it. Hey,
I look for this to be a bounce back game for the Cowboys. I look for Dak to throw for at least 350 with about 4 touchdowns and Parsons to get at least 3 sacks.
don't forget about 2 interceptions by 4. Because he gonna get you too. He gonna get you too.
Well, fellas, I think the Cowboys, I agree with you, Mike Jones. I think they bounce back. They mad. They're going to be looking for revenge. I got the Cowboys winning this game. All right, fellas, we've talked about it.
I can't.
Until the next time, it's been 234 Sports Talk. You can catch us right here on YouTube. You can catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on X. You can catch us on Instagram. We are out of here. Want you to like, want you to subscribe, want you to comment. Peace.
Absolutely.